Hello everyone, welcome back to English with Archie. So today we're going to look at prepositions, specifically on, in and at. Now if you have difficulty with these prepositions, then keep watching and I'll help you to use them better. We're not looking at every rule today, but some of the most important ones. After that, I'm going to do a prepositions quiz with you so you can test your abilities and test what you have learnt. So, thanks for joining me for this English grammar video today on English with Archie. Let's get started. So, let's talk about prepositions in, at and on, and we're going to look at some of the main rules about when we use these prepositions. After that, we'll do our quiz. So in. So the first rule for in is using it with big places. So cities, countries, continents, towns, regions. For example, I live in the USA, or I live in England, I live in the United Kingdom, I live in London, he lives in France, we live in Asia, we live in America, etc. Next, we can use it to mean after a period of time. So, in 1 month, in 2 minutes, in 5 weeks, meaning after that period of time, something will happen, or I will do something. For example, this TV show will finish in 10 minutes, or I'm going on holiday in 2 weeks. Or me and my friends are going to have a video call in 5 minutes. So, the next rule is for years, months, seasons, and general time frames. For example, in 2018, in March, in the morning, in winter, in summer. So in winter, I often spend a lot more time reading. Or in the afternoons, I like to go for a walk. Or in 1985, Michael Jackson did a famous concert, for example. And the last time that we use in is for in a small location, meaning specifically inside. So in a room, in the car, in the garden. She is in the garage. Now remember, there are some other rules about when we use these prepositions. These aren't the only ones, but these are some of the most important main ones. So at. The first rule for at is it's used for small locations and places. So for example, at the airport, at home, at the park, at the swimming pool, at the corner of 5th Street. I am at the chemist. Where are you? I'm at the chemist. I'm at the park. He's at the swimming pool. They're at the airport. They're about to go on holiday. Now, if it's a room, remember that we say in. So we don't say at for a room. For a room, always in. So I'm in the kitchen. He's in the living room. Now, we also use at for times. So at 12 o'clock, at 10:30, at 7. At 6 p.m, Sarah is coming over to have dinner with us. Or at 11 o'clock, I will probably go to bed because I'm tired. And another reason is we use it for holidays. So at Easter, at Christmas time, at New Year's. For example, at Easter, we usually have a big family dinner. At New Year's, me and my friends celebrate together. Now, if we're talking about a specific day or a holiday that has the word day in it, then we use on. So, at Christmas, but on Christmas Day. Or on my birthday, for example. At New Year's, but on New Year's Day. So sometimes with in and at, we can use both. So for example, when we talk about locations like the cinema, the library, a shop, the park. So we can often use both, but at is usually the better choice. So at means in or near that place, but in specifically means inside that place. So a conversation, for example, where are you? I'm at the supermarket. Oh, I'm here too. I'm in the car park. I'm in the supermarket, or I'm inside the supermarket. Okay, I'll see you inside, or I'm coming in. So the first person says, where are you? And the second person says, I'm at the supermarket, because this is a general statement about their location. So we can say, I'm at the supermarket, I'm at work, I'm at home, I'm at the park. Now, when the next person says, oh, I'm here too, I'm in the car park, the other person wants to specify. They want to say, oh, I'm in the supermarket. So I mean I'm in the building, or I'm inside the supermarket. So when we say in, it means specifically in that building, or in that space. But generally speaking, we just want to use at with these kinds of places. I'm at the cinema, I'm at the library. Okay. Okay, so on our last preposition for today, the first rule is it's used for days and dates. So on Monday, on April 2nd, on Christmas Day. For example, on Friday, I am going to Paris. Or on April 30th, there is a party at the town hall. On the 2nd of December, it's my dad's birthday. The next rule is it is a preposition of place, which is a preposition which tells us where something is, where an object or thing is. And it means on top of something. For example, on the table, on the windowsill, on top of the bookcase. My wallet is on the bedside table. Or my pen is on the worktop. The next rule is we use it for technology. So on the computer, on my phone, on YouTube, on the TV, on the internet. So I saw a good film on Netflix. Or she's been on her phone all day. So when we're using technology, we use on too. And we use it for large vehicles. So on the train, on the bus, on the plane, on the boat. He's on the train to London at the moment. Or I'm on the boat to France. I'm on the ferry to France. For a car, we use in. He's in the car. And for a bike, we also use on. So when we're talking, another thing is when we're talking about how someone goes somewhere, so about someone's routine, how do you go to work, how do you go to school, we use the preposition by. So I go to work by car, or I go to work by train, I go to school by bus, etc. So if we're talking not about where am I'm on the train, but just how do you go somewhere, then we use by. So, time for our prepositions quiz. So I will show you some sentences and you can choose what prepositions to put in the blanks. So, let's go. What can you remember? So, here we have a picture and it says, where are you? And someone responds, I'm the bakery. So I'm at the bakery, I'm in the bakery, or I'm on the bakery. So I'll give you 3 seconds, and every time, if you want to pause, then you can pause the video, okay? Time's up. I'm at the bakery. I'm at the bakery. Now, this one, we could also say I'm in the bakery, and that's okay, but we'd usually say I'm at the bakery. If we say I'm in the bakery, it's when someone cannot find us, They are looking for us, and we really want to specify that we are inside the building of the bakery. So I'm in the bakery, okay? But usually when we're describing our location like this, we would say I'm at the bakery. Okay, next one. She's been her tablet, YouTube all day. So 3 seconds. Time's up. She's been on her tablet, on YouTube all day. So here we have two types of technology, a tablet or an iPad, and YouTube. So it's a website, therefore a type of technology, so on for both. Next one. Where do you live? I live Spain. So I live on Spain, I live at Spain, or I live in Spain. 3 seconds. Time's up. I live in Spain. So for a country, a region, a continent, in. Next one. What time do you usually leave for work? I normally leave the house 7:45 or 7:45. So 3 seconds. Time's up. At. So when we're saying a time, then we use at. So now we have two questions. So where is he? He's the plane. And what's he doing? He's his phone. So 3 seconds. Time's up. He's on the plane and he's on his phone. So when we have a big type of transport, a plane, a boat, a train, a ship, etc., then we say on. And for the second one, a type of technology, on his phone, on his computer, on YouTube, on Facebook, etc. Okay, next one. So there's coffee, the table. So is it coffee in the table, coffee on the table, or coffee at the table? 3. Time's up. On the table. So here it's a preposition of place. Where is the coffee? It's on the table. Okay. Next one. When we were kids, we often did a treasure hunt Easter Day. So a treasure hunt is when you're searching for something like treasure. Or for example, maybe at Easter you have chocolate eggs and you hide chocolate eggs somewhere in the house or in the garden, and then you have clues, little pieces of paper with something which you read to find out where things are. So that would be a treasure hunt. So is it on Easter Day, at Easter Day, or in Easter Day? 3. Time's up. On Easter Day. Okay, so because we have a celebration, but it's a day, so we say on. If it was just the period of Easter, then we could say at Easter. But when we say day, we use on Easter Day. Next one. Christmas time. The streets and markets of London are decorated with lights and giant baubles. Baubles. A bauble is a very specific word that we use for these big balls that we put on Christmas trees, etc. at Christmas time to decorate our house, or here, giant baubles to decorate the city. So is it at Christmas time, on Christmas time, or in Christmas time? 3. Time's up. At Christmas time. So at for a festival period, at Christmas time, at Easter. If it was the day, then we'd say on Christmas Day. But here, the streets and markets, they're decorated for the period of Christmas, not just Christmas Day. And next one. Quick, the show is starting 5 minutes. So at 5 minutes, in 5 minutes, on 5 minutes. 3. Time's up. in 5 minutes. Okay, so when we're talking about a period of time, in 5 minutes, in 2 days, in 2 weeks, in 5 months, etc., in 2 years, then we use in. So here we have a conversation. Where's your boyfriend? He's work. Yours? He's not working today. He's the library studying. So both of these missing words are the same preposition. So is it at, in, or on? 3. Time's up. At. He's at work. He's at the library. So again, we're talking about the location. If we say the second one, we can say in, but again, it's for really specifying, being very specific that we mean he's in the building of the library. But when we talk generally, we say at. So that's our quiz. We've finished. So thanks everyone, that's the end of the video. Now, if you want to practice, then try in the comments below, write some sentences using these prepositions for me. I've also written some sentences which you can complete in the description of this video. So that's it, that's the end of the video. So thanks very much, and I will see you next time on English with Archie. Bye!